Hi, this is Reasons Are Several, episode 220. This is a weekly podcast where one guy falsely accuses another guy of being a bad father. My name is Matt. With me is Neil. Hi, Neil.
Hi, Matt. I do not have kids.
I know.
Yeah.
So let's do the math.
All right.
Who's accusing whom?
Well, I know your dad's a good dad. I would think I'd accuse you of being a bad son. Did I accuse you of being a bad father?
You kind of
because you don't like your kids.
You extend it to the whole family. You like to really poke fun of the fact that you think that I don't like my family at all.
Now, am I poking fun at it, or am I just kind of spreading truth?
No, you're not spreading truth. It's not
truthiness. So you like your family?
No, fake news. I like my family.
All of them.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, the only one I didn't like is gone, so we're good.
Nice. Oh, that's too good.
It is good to have you back. I listened to your show, your other show, Dark Angels and Pretty Freaks, which if people don't know, go check that show out. Great show.
Thank
you guys sometimes talk to me, or talk to me.
We do. Well, sometimes we do, actually.
You do, via the chat. But you guys talk about me sometimes.
Quite often. You're part of our lives.
Well, usually it's like Annalise is saying something nice or you're being a dick. But there were a few things I wanted to address.
Okay.
That came up in this past week's show. First of all, Annalise, yes, I was on vacation. She was asking about my picture posting.
That's what I said. I said, Matt is on vacation. We're very close, he told me, and I know exactly what's going on.
It's not what you said.
No?
It's the opposite of what you said.
All right.
Then you went on to say, and I'll just respond to you, no,
yes.
Neil, I was not jacking it behind a chevron.
Sometimes I don't know where I come up with this stuff. Like, why does that pop into my head?
Well, it's like when I pieced together that audio clip with all your random thoughts. That was pretty damn funny.
You could probably do another good one.
I should do those more often. But I like to post pretty pictures on the gram. Is that what they call it? The gram.
IG.
IG. And so, for instance, I like to post a picture. I see a fucking lighthouse. I'm going to post a picture of a lighthouse.
Well, you are a fan of the lighthouse.
I like the lighthouses. Am I going to post a picture of myself? Probably not.
No.
But boom.
Or the family.
Here's another lighthouse.
Right.
Just constant lighthouses being flung at you. So that was the vacation, which I'll get into in a minute. I'll share a little bit of details on that. You and Annalise almost coined a really great term.
Okay.
Which is at the end of your show, you said something about masturbation. She said, I thought you were going to say Matt.
Right.
I think we need to use the term masturbation whenever
That's
we
pretty
can.
good.
I think that's
a
term that I'd like you to work into sentences.
Masturbation. All right.
Like if I'm talking about myself too much in a glowing light, that's a masturbatory statement.
I like that. That's pretty solid. I'm into that. I think that should be the name of the episode. Masturbation.
It might be.
Oh, I just punched myself.
What did you do?
I punched the mic, and then I scared myself by punching the mic, so I hit myself in the face.
So for those who don't know, Neil has got a new mic, which is a headset. It looks like he might be taking my order at Burger King, but no.
I was thinking more football.
Yeah, it is more football, really.
I could either be on the sideline or an announcer.
Yeah. I think it's more on the sidelines. Those are fancy.
I like it.
Yeah, it looks good. You need to rock the visor to go with it.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. So next time, spike that hair a little bit.
Yeah.
We are privileged to have great fill-in guest hosts on this show. And last week, my buddy Jarrett from high school was kind enough to come on the show. It was his first time. Ooh.
Race car driver.
That's right. Dale Jarrett. He did a great job. Lots of nostalgia and random, stories. So I hope people enjoyed that. Did you listen?
No.
Of course not.
It was a great show, though.
Did you listen to the Kristen episode yet?
Oh, absolutely not.
I mean, I know you're busy mowing lawns all day, but just put the headphones in.
Well, here's the sad thing. I was going to tell you I just haven't had time, but that's not true because I did listen to a couple podcasts the last couple weeks.
But they're probably the professional ones, not the shitty ones like ours.
Yeah, I guess they're fairly pro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I got suckered in. There's a couple I'm listening to by the same person, but the person's kind of bumming me out, so I think I'm going to drop it. And it sucks because I'm a big fan of the person. You know
what you could do?
Masturbate behind the chevron? Oh, well, yeah, Ian Michael Black.
Oh, right. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I used to subscribe to
Michael
his show.
Ian Black?
Michael Ian
Black. Yeah.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Every pod, maybe and every 20 minutes he complains about how his career isn't where he wants it to be.
Oh, so it's that gripey.
And I'm like, oh my God.
I hate when people just gripe about stuff on their podcasts.
I know. Pretty soon he'll start talking about how lame his dad is or something.
We do have a couple more guests coming up over about the next month or so. Mm-hmm. So I won't even bother telling you about them because you won't listen because you're so goddamn selfish. But for those folks who do listen to the show, a couple guests coming up because Neil's got a wonky schedule.
Wonky schlong.
Wonky schlongy. But real quick for Jarrett, if you have not, go check out his site, mynewmixtape.com. We'll definitely have him back on in the future. It was a fun chat. So, and I look forward to your feedback in a couple years when you get to that episode. What
I think I'll do is I will listen as soon as my busy after the next 2 weeks when it gets crazy busy again. I'll listen to it right away. So, because I know we won't be talking as much because I'll be so busy.
You'll be missing my voice.
By the time we get together again and you're like, did you listen? And I go, yeah. And you go, what did you think? I'm like, oh man, it was so long ago. I don't remember.
Probably what it'll be.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was okay. So I was on vacation. Can I tell you about my trip?
Yeah. Is it all about how your life got turned right upside down?
No. But I don't want this to be like hey, look at the pictures from my vacation boring recap, but I just want to touch on some things. Mm-hmm. So a couple years ago, I took my older son.
Oh boy, this story is going to start a couple years ago? Holy shit.
We're going to go back. Pull up a couch. The year was 2016.
Maybe I should get a drink. I don't know.
You can walk around the house with that fucking headset on.
I can only walk 10 feet.
If only that was wireless. Then you're talking.
I did think about that too.
You can podcast from the kitchen and shit.
Just walk around. Just
make
hear
dinner.
The toilet flush.
But a couple years ago, I took my older son on a trip. We hit all the lighthouses in the Oregon coast. It was a lot of fun. Had a good time. So this was kind of the younger guy's turn.
Oh.
So it was a father-son trip. I know that's hard to believe.
No, it's not. No. I mean, it would have been hard to believe if you said you went with your dad. But.
I walked right into that one.
Yep.
So we went up and started like in Southwest Washington and kind of worked our way down to about the Central Oregon coast. We did see some lighthouses.
Do you like spending time with your son like this? I mean, is it enjoyable?
I love it.
So don't you think your dad kind of feels bad that he doesn't get that same kind of
You're such a dick.
I would imagine.
He doesn't care about me.
No. Well, he lives with his wife, right?
No, lives by himself.
Oh, alone.
In an air-conditionless apartment because he won't get his goddamn air conditioner. That's on him.
I'm sure he doesn't miss you.
You can lead a father to Home Depot, but you cannot make him buy an air conditioner.
And what kind of air conditioner did you buy him?
Exactly.
Do you have air conditioning in your house?
We do.
Oh, that must feel great. Do you tell your dad about how awesome
put it this way, I'm in a sweatshirt because it's so cold down here in the basement.
Oh, that's funny.
Piping hot in his apartment.
He might be dead cooking. He's like a baked potato.
Anyway, we went out to, there's a place called Fort Columbia, which was cool. It's got all these old forts. Have you ever seen these old batteries that they have at forts? They all look the same. They all look fucking spooky as shit. In fact, you used to watch that Ghost Hunter show. I'd imagine there's been some fort action on that Ghost Hunter show.
Yeah, and I believe it's called Fort Cronkite here because there's all the old batteries. I mean, where they had the big freaking cannons and everything.
Yeah.
Getting ready for somebody to attack the...
I think it was World War II is when they built... Between World War I and II, they built a lot of them.
They are very creepy and very cool at the same time.
They look haunted, but they are cool. Yeah, for sure. I don't know if you saw
Did you do the same trip you did with your first guy with the second guy, or was it a little different?
All different, except for we went to maybe one place that was the same, something like that. A couple places.
Do you guys rent a car?
No. We're rocking my fucking luxury Honda Civic.
Nice.
All up and down that coast.
Nice. That's awesome.
Which is unfortunate when we get to another place where that wasn't really helpful. But so then we went to Seaside, got across back down to Seaside in Oregon where they have this fucking monster arcade.
Okay.
And have you ever played, I don't know if they have the game. So you play those games where you roll balls and you try to race horses or whales or something based on how many you hit. Yeah.
Sure.
So they have a game called Fascination. Are you familiar with this game?
No.
It's basically like I want to say it's 5x5 grid.
Okay.
So what you play, there's 40 people total playing at the same time. and you roll these balls and you have to get it every single hole. You have to fill up the entire thing. It's a blackout. And then if you do, you win, but you have to be the first.
Gotcha.
So we played 5 games and I won fucking twice. You win a fuck ton of tickets and shit. Like it's a pretty big victory. And I'm going to just go ahead and hold that over everybody right now.
I was gonna say, how old is your son?
Well, no, he was only one of 39 other people that lost to me. Right. You understand?
No, I know, but I
38 others lost as well, including one woman who goes, I think we got a ringer here. It's like, yeah, that's right. She was probably 68, but whatever. Fucking smoked her.
So what did you get with all your tickets?
You get all these goddamn tickets and you go to the redemption center, which is horrible. Like they have the worst shit in the world.
I'm shocked.
If you want candy, you're fucking set.
Oh,
but if you
that's
want
cool.
Anything else,
yeah, they have pencils or erasers or anything
pencils,
like that?
fucking mugs with stupid shit written on them.
Nice.
I mean, it is the worst collection of stuff that you could possibly imagine.
So you had a good time?
So we had a great time. I was happy with my victories. Then we actually went over to the one that it wasn't horse racing, it was whale racing.
Uh-huh.
And we sit down and I'm like, ask my boy, I'm like, you want me to play with you? And he's like, yeah. So I go, okay. So like 3 other kids sit down, him and then me, and I won. It felt like a total asshole.
Bet.
Dominating the ball rolling games. Sorry, bro. You know what? I'm not going to lay up just because you're, 10, 11, these kids down the way.
I think that's what that other lady was hinting towards with her. We got a ringer.
It was all over the board, though. It was like ages from, fucking 6.
Who came in second?
In what?
When you won those 2 games, does it tell you who came in second?
Fuck no. First place loser. Are you kidding? They don't care. You know what happens? Everybody's shit's lit up. And the second you win, yours lights up and everybody else goes dark. Right?
Because I was going to say, like, I would imagine if all the other parents or all the other older people were like kind of, not trying to beat the kids. So the person who came in second was like a 6-year-old.
Yeah. And I'm like, fuck yeah, man. Gotta put in a better effort than that if you want to win. I don't want somebody to have a false victory.
No.
You always complain about people getting trophies and shit. This is a similar concept.
Oh, I agree. I'm glad you did it.
Yeah. Anyway, then we went down to Newport. On the way, we stopped at Pacific City, which I don't know if you've ever been to Pacific City. It's got like this fucking huge thing called Haystack Rock, which there's another one in Cannon Beach, but it's huge. It's right out in the middle of the ocean, or not in the middle, but it's just out from the water.
It's just out about 300
out in the middle of the ocean. It's
miles.
Way out there. You can't even see it really. But you can drive on the beach, which is one of the few places, if not the only place. I think maybe there's only a couple places you can do that. But of course,
in Oregon,
when you have a Civic,
no front wheel drive on the beach.
Probably shouldn't drive on the beach.
Did you try it?
I didn't even try.
Well, it's not even that if you made it through, but getting all that sand up in a vehicle that isn't made to easily flush it out,
right,
might not be a good.
Not a lot of clearance on that car. It would be a bad move. It wouldn't work out for sure. And then I'm like Clark Griswold,
right?
As you might guess.
I'm not surprised.
When it comes to vacations, my lady friend and the kids are like, let's go like chill on the beach for 4 hours. I'm like, fuck that. We got shit to see. Total bummer, Dad.
That's funny.
So we went and saw, the Oregon coast is incredibly satanic apparently because we're driving along, Devil's Elbow, Devil's Lake, Devil's Churn. I mean, everything's fucking devil. So we decided to stop at Devil's Punch Bowl.
Oh, there you go. I think we were going to say like Devil's Crotch.
You should look it up as a picture. It's kind of a cool little thing. Basically, these 2 caves collapsed, and so the water comes in and fucking shoots up the middle of it. It's kind of a cool little feature.
Very nice.
It used to be called, what was it? Satan's Cauldron.
Oh.
Why all the fucking devil shit?
I don't know.
Does it just make it cooler sounding?
Who named it?
I don't know. I'm not even sure.
Yeah.
Where these names come from. Probably Beelzebub named it.
Himself.
Named everything after himself.
Or herself.
Guys.
Yeah.
Let's call this my
cauldron.
Punch Bowl.
Yeah. My cauldron. Hey, look, doesn't this look like my elbow?
Yeah. I don't want to lose a sponsorship for us.
Okay.
But we get down to Newport and we check into the Shiloh Inn.
Shiloh.
There's a lot of Shilohs on the coast.
Mm-hmm.
You see them everywhere. Normally fine. The one in Seaside, usually pretty good, etc. We go to this one, and I walk in the room, and I'm looking. We're trying to like race because we want to get down to this harbor front to like do some shit. And so I'm like, okay, let's get our stuff in here. We need to get going. And I just keep stepping on something on the floor. I'm like, what the fuck is this? It's dog food all over the floor.
Nice.
I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, whatever. I can overlook that. Then I look over and I'm looking for something on the phone, and both coffee cups have like coffee still in them, like at the bottom. Then I go into the bathroom, and the bathroom's dirty.
Oh, they didn't clean the room at all.
They didn't fucking clean the room.
Wow.
No towels anywhere to be seen.
I mean, so the bedding wasn't changed either.
Well, the bedding was made, but it wasn't changed.
Right.
So I'm like, fuck. And I'm not normally I'm normally a person who's like, we'll be fine. I don't like to fuss. But I'm like, screw this. I can't do this.
No, that's nasty.
So I go up, we get another room, go into the new room, like, sweet, no dog food on the floor. There's towels in the bathroom. I'm just going to take a quick piss, and there's a dump sitting in the toilet.
That's insane.
And like pee residue on the fucking toilet seat.
Oh my God.
So don't stay at the Shiloh Inn in Newport. Sorry. There goes our sponsorship.
Wow.
They're fucking disgusting.
When you do these trips with the kids, do you book your hotels? Do you know where you're going, or do you just roll up on a place?
I book them.
Okay.
Yeah,
so you have an itinerary.
Especially during the summer, because you could be fucked. You drive up to 5 hotels and they're booked, so you don't want to deal with that. Not to mention you get sweet deals, by booking online. All that stuff anyway.
Deals.
Sweet deals. Funky fresh deals.
Well, yeah, you get poop too.
You get poop. Poop in the fucking toilet.
For free.
So disgusting.
Yeah.
So then we went and checked out. Did you know that Ripley's Believe It or Not has a location, a physical location you can go to and check this shit out? Remember Ripley's Believe It or Not?
Yeah, they used to have one in Pier 39.
Oh, did they?
Uh-huh.
Is it gone or is it still there?
I don't know. I haven't been there in years.
It might still be there.
Yeah.
They have one in Newport. It's fucking freaky.
Nice.
And they also have a wax museum, and that's hilarious.
Right.
It's just the most bizarre. Have you been to a wax museum?
Yeah. In fact, I think the one in Pier 39, they're like next door to each other.
Yeah. So this is the same deal.
So it must be a
combo deal everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Well, both of them feed into like the same gift shop, so they must be in cahoots in some fashion. Those things are freaky, kind of. Like you keep waiting for the people to move.
Yeah, or sometimes they just they look like the sex dolls where they're just a little off, and you're like, "Ooh, this is making me uncomfortable."
Yeah, exactly. The next day, so the third day, we got up and went down to Florence, Oregon, not Italy. And have you seen? You probably have never seen this, but they have these huge, fucking, massive dunes there, and you can get in a dune buggy and fucking rip around them. So
nice.
I would consider doing it myself, but we're like, it's just me and the little guy. I'm like, let's do one where like somebody drives you. So I go on that. I think there's 7 passengers and a driver, and they fucking fly. Like you get out there, and he has to make his way through the trees. Then all of a sudden, the second he gets a chance to open it up, he is flying. And going heavy duty up hills and like cutting hard right, cutting hard left. It's like being on a roller coaster, but you can't see the track because you don't know where he's going to turn. And so you're just flying all over the place, sand in your mouth and everything like that.
Right.
It looks like fucking Tatooine out there. Like the second we actually got out, he busts over this hill.
Yeah.
And it's like motorcycle, ATV, like fucking people everywhere. It's crazy. It's like the weirdest thing in the world. So if you ever get the chance to do something like that, fucking do it. It's awesome. There's another one that goes really slow and it's boring as shit. We didn't do that one. Next
time, would you drive yourself and the kid?
I would consider driving on like the area that's more like open and flat, a little bit flatter than the fucking hills this guy was taking us on. Because I mean, he is flying to the point where you think you're gonna roll.
Nice.
And like at one point, he goes up a hill. He comes around and goes up this hill, and he kind of points like over his head so that we look out the right side, which is the edge I was on. This end I was on. And he goes up right to the top. You know how like sand dunes will kind of almost crest like a pyramid?
Yeah.
He goes right up to the pyramid, and you look over, and it is a fucking dead drop, like just gone.
Nice.
It's kind of frightening.
You're like, all right.
Yeah, but it was fun. Had a lot of fun. Still getting like the sand out of my fucking ears and nose and shit, and probably put on 100 pounds.
Oh, really? Did you guys go for it?
So fucking
was it like
much
all
food.
like pizza and
so much
fast
food and so much candy?
Oh, right. What were you eating? Were you guys going to like awesome restaurants, or was it fast food?
We went to a mixture. So like sometimes we would eat some, fairly crap shit, and then other times we try to, have some seafood and stuff. But it was a mix. But you tend, I mean, especially when you're traveling with a 6-year-old, you're gonna eat some crap.
Oh, for sure, and that's half the fun for them too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
fun times. Anyway, did you watch any of the World Cup? Because it wrapped up on Sunday.
Very, very little. I didn't watch any full matches.
Because I don't know how to tell you this, but Argentina did not win.
No, that I knew. When they were out, I'm like, I'm done.
France beat Croatia. It was a pretty good game, actually. And Croatia we had in the final of our fashion World Cup tournament. So they looked good. Pretty good. They look great.
Yeah.
We ran a pool, and it's time to announce the winner.
Is it you?
No. Oh God, no. I finished like 7th. You finished like 4th or 5th?
Of course I did.
So congratulations to Palmer. It was a 2-person race for basically for the majority of the
all the
pool.
beans.
Yeah, and it was boyfriend versus girlfriend. It was Palmer against Steph. They were like going kind of back and forth and back.
Were they
and forth,
neck and neck?
And in and out.
That's right.
And out. And in the end, Palmer came first.
Just barely sliding by each other. Palmer
Poor
came
Steph.
first.
He came
I know.
first. So congrats to him. You win Fred's T-shirt. No, I'm just kidding. You don't win Fred's T-shirt. Fred, you're going to get that T-shirt, buddy. I'm telling you. It's happening Sunday.
No, you're not, Fred.
No, Palmer wants a mug of Reasons Are Several, and I actually looked a little bit more into our store, and I think I got it figured out where we can actually put some stuff out now. So I might have that launching here in the next week or so.
I like it.
If I can get it to work. I basically am just setting it up so we don't see any of the action. Like people order, they just pay whatever their company charges. We don't see any money of that.
Whoa.
You want some money?
Yeah, at least 50 cents or
you want
something.
Some scrape off the top there?
Yeah. No. Something.
Nah.
Come on.
Nah.
Why not?
That's not you. That's not in your nature. You give away shit all the time.
Yeah, but this is people that want to buy it.
Sure.
So what's happening is that they're paying other people. If they're willing to pay, we should get something.
No, 0% markup.
We're
just happy. We're just happy he came. Again.
Yeah.
There was an interesting story that I saw, by the way, at the World Cup. It was about the treatment of women.
Oh, boy.
Not good. So broadcasters have been ordered, and this is while the tournament was wrapping up, have been ordered to stop their cameras zooming in on hot women in the crowd.
Oh, brother.
That was from FIFA's diversity boss. Have they ever watched American sports?
Oh, probably not. No one here does either. So what the hell?
Because that's what they do all the time.
Oh, I don't.
Do you remember when they had the Alabama national championship game when AJ McCarron was the quarterback and they kept showing his girlfriend?
No.
Did you see that? Oh, and Brent Musburger was like making comments like, "Dude, Brent, you're like 73. You need to stop commenting on 20-year-old girls or 22-year-old girls.
Just stop commenting on all girls if you're
that in general."
Yeah.
How gun shy do you think that makes the cameraman, by the way? Is he just like...
Yeah, well, I mean, the other thing, too, is and I don't know if the cameramen were doing it or if they were being told, like, hey, find a hot chick right now.
Hot chick, yeah.
But it kind of goes to show that if they would have just showed a lot of people all the time, then it wouldn't have stood out. But because it's always...
dialed in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's that or like, what do they... focus on the kids. And then the guy looks like a pedophile or something, but... Apparently, photographic agency Getty Images published a photo gallery, this is a separate thing, of the hottest fans at the World Cup featuring exclusively young women.
Ugh.
Jesus, man.
What is wrong with people?
The gallery was later removed and they apologized.
I would think. Yeah.
I mean, this is on the heels of the story which you have not heard about yet because you don't listen to our show.
Right.
But that Kristen and I talked about where there was this Burger King Russia ad where they were, did you hear this story at all? They put out this ad basically encouraging Russian women to go get impregnated by World Cup stars so that they could in turn make, eventually make the next generation of Russian players better.
Yeah.
And for their efforts, they would get lifetime supply of Whoppers.
It's not a bad call.
That's a real story. That's a real
That's not a bad call. I mean, Whoppers are pretty tasty.
I guess, but that's a pretty lame award for impregnating yourself. Although you're probably going to make out pretty well since the guy's loaded. So,
right. And if your kid ends up being a soccer star, win-win.
Right. Then you could get it both ways.
Whoa.
Maybe they should just start. Maybe they should focus on hot guys when they do the FIFA Women's World Cup.
Or maybe they should just show the game.
Or they could just show groups of fans.
Yeah, just how about if you see a fan having a good time, no matter what they look like, just show that.
Right. Or show Maradona flipping double birds at the field and like doing blow off of the plexiglass. Like whatever.
Yeah, whatever you want to show.
And now we have to wait 4+ years for the next World Cup because FIFA moved the Qatar games of 2022 to November, December.
Oh, I did not know. Oh, because of the heat?
Because it's probably not a good idea to play an entire World Cup tournament in 130 degrees. They're apparently air conditioning these fucking stadiums, which sounds like that's not going to cost any money at all or any energy.
Well, it's not like Qatar is hurting for money.
That's true. Good point. But yeah, it's just going to be ridiculous. So now it's going to like literally start right before Thanksgiving and run up till just before Christmas.
It could be fun though.
In the middle of most countries' club seasons.
It could be a fun like mix up for the holiday season though. Imagine how many people are going to get freaking World Cup gear for Christmas.
True. Good point.
Or Hanukkah.
Excellent point.
Mm-hmm.
Or Kwanzaa.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All those things.
All the us.
Let's talk about some movies.
Let's talk about it.
Oh shit, what the fuck is this?
Neil. So I was really tempted this month. I got 5 movies to do to include Destination Wedding because it stars Winona Ryder and Keanu Reeves.
Mm-hmm.
But I left it out.
Winkin.
Ooh, is that a thing?
I just came up to
Did
the
they
top
ever
of my
date?
pee-pee.
Because they were in movies early back in the day.
I don't think so, but I think they were really close.
Weren't they in Dracula together? Right.
Yep.
So
yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Bram Stoker's.
Yeah. Exactly. First one up, Black Klansman.
Oh. No.
Okay.
That's all I have to say.
The thought bubble started to go up and just popped.
Yeah, I'm like, no.
Directed by Spike Lee, who also wrote it. Stars John David Washington, Adam Driver, Topher Grace, Laura Harrier, and Corey Hawkins, a.k.a. Dr. Dre from...
Corey B. Hawkins? Damn, I wish I was your lover.
That is Sophie B. Hawkins.
Nice.
Not Corey.
Whatever.
That is a fucking drawback.
Corey Landowski?
No. Ron Stallworth, great name.
Mm-hmm.
An African-American detective in Colorado Springs, Colorado, infiltrates the local chapter of the Ku Klux Klan and eventually becomes the head of the chapter.
The Grand Wizard?
So this looks pretty funny and really good.
Yeah. I like that Spike Lee's doing it.
Topher Grace is David Duke.
Oh, I love it.
And basically the premise is John David Washington comes up with this plan. He calls David Duke and like gets all friendly with these guys on the phone, but he obviously can't go because he's African-American.
Right.
So Adam Driver goes as him. So they're basically, the two of them are sharing this identity.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it's
I
kind
like
of
that.
interesting. Yeah. So you going to see that?
Yes.
I
Not
like
in the
it.
theater.
No, I don't think you need to see that in the theater. But if you want to, go do it.
Will you be seeing it?
Yeah, I'll see that
in the theater?
It's tough to make it to a lot of movies for me because I usually am going to the kid movies.
Oh, right. That sounds like kind of a kid movie.
No.
Is
it? Kids are going to go see Black Klansman. Okay.
Yeah. Then
What's
they can go
going
back
on,
to
Dad?
school and say, what'd you guys do this weekend? Let's go see Black Klansman. Okay.
Papillon. Did you ever see the original?
The Butterfly?
The butterfly. Is that what it is?
Papillon? I believe it's French for butterfly.
I think you might be right. The original was a Steve McQueen movie with Dustin Hoffman.
Oh, why did I think it was a George C. Scott movie?
That is Patton.
Oh, okay. Thank you. He was not a butterfly? I think Patton would have been so much better if he dressed like a butterfly.
Oh, my
Just
God.
fluttered around.
That would have been a different movie if you swapped these characters.
I didn't see either of those movies.
Papillon was made like back in the early 70s. And
is it a war movie?
No, it's more of like, it's a prison movie.
Oh, I'm in.
Yeah. You love prison scenes.
Mm-hmm.
This is directed by Michael Noer.
Oh, of the Soup fame?
Soup?
Yeah, K-N-O-R-R. Didn't they make that packaged soup like you add water?
Oh, fuck, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
This is N-O-E-R.
Oh.
Noer.
Near.
Stars Charlie Hunnam.
Oh, who's that?
You don't know who Charlie Hunnam is?
I don't know.
He was in, did you ever watch what was the motorcycle show? Sons of Anarchy?
Nope.
He was in that. He was in Green Street Hooligans.
No. All right. I don't know. He doesn't.
No.
Probably
King
doesn't
Arthur?
exist. No, probably doesn't exist.
Okay.
Go
All
on.
right. Charlie Hunnam, Rami Malek, who is the guy who's going to be Queen. Yep. And then Eve Hewson. The epic story of Henry Papillon Charrier, 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 a safecracker from the Parisian underworld.
That's not nice. His color doesn't matter. Jesus.
He's a safecracker. He's not hostile.
Look, man.
Don't worry, he's a safecracker.
Yeah, I was gonna say I still hang out with white people. Come on now.
A safecracker from the Parisian underworld who is framed for murder and condemned to life in the notorious penal colony.
Oh,
on Devil's Island.
He's gonna get peened.
Man, that's a tough.
What Devil's Colony? Does this take place up near you? Is this
Devil's Island? It should be off the Oregon coast.
Devil's
Island, and it's a penal colony for safe crackers.
That's great.
Determined to regain his freedom, Patton forms an unlikely alliance with convicted counterfeiter Louis Dega, that's played by Malik, who in exchange for protection agrees to finance Papillon's escape.
Oh, the old butterfly effect.
Yes, this looks pretty intense and pretty fun. I really like the first one. It's pretty gritty. I'm a little worried to see how they, do with remaking it, but
right.
It looks like it's really beautifully shot. I'm definitely going to see it.
The angle of the penals is going to be really what brings it home.
You love penal prison movies.
I am a big fan of the peen.
Yeah, but you're probably not going to see this, are you?
Oh, God, no. This sounds boring as shit.
Next up is the Happy Time Murders.
Oh, this just by the title, it sounds delicious.
This is directed by Brian Henson, son of Jim.
Oh, I know the movie. Yes, this has already gotten some shit.
Yes,
yeah,
Stars
I'm all in.
Melissa McCarthy, Maya Rudolph, Joel McHale, and Elizabeth Banks. They're actually, I think those are all actually people in the movie.
They're the
voices.
humans, yeah.
In the seedy underbelly of Los Angeles, two clashing detectives, one human and the other a puppet, must work together to solve the brutal murders of former cast members of a beloved puppet TV show. I didn't mean to, but accidentally watched the Red Band trailer, which was just dirty as shit.
I heard it's going to be...
It's violence, it's sex, it's pretty crude.
And Sesame Street was not happy.
Oh, they're not happy at all. They can't be. It's a total ripoff of their shit.
Yeah.
So you're going to see this?
Yes.
You're in. Awesome.
Yeah, probably not the theater, though.
I don't know. Yeah. You need to go to see that one.
And I'm getting to the point now, because I'm getting older and grumpy, I don't want to spend the money either.
I don't want to go to the theater.
No.
It's too much money. In my day, it cost 2 bits to go see the pictures.
Right. And we don't have a huge TV, but we've got a decent sound setup, and that's kind of...
Which one? Which TV? Because you have 9 of them.
None of them are that big. I think we only have 6. But if you throw
one in the garage, one in the kitchen, one in the living room, one in the bedroom,
one in the patio.
One in the patio.
Is that 5?
The patio.
That's 5.
No, nothing in the guest room for your guests. Thanks a lot.
Oh, that's a good.
Maybe I would have liked to have watched, morning cartoons when I was at your house.
You could have hooked up that high-speed laptop you had. And then if you add the screens and computers we have in this place, it is a nightmare.
Yeah,
that's French for nightmare.
Thank you, Papillon. Sorry, a papillon just flew by my window.
Oh, did it really?
No, I'm just kidding. 2 movies to go. Mile 22. This is Peter Bug.
Oh, I thought this was it was like the Eminem story just later in his life. Thank you. Yeah.
It's like way down the road. 14 miles later. That's what the tagline is.
14 miles later. Oh, that would be good.
Peter Berg directed. I'm a fan of his work. Stars Mark Wahlberg.
Transformers?
Peter Berg was like Friday Night Lights, and he's done some
Transformers?
War movies lately. He's done some, he did like a Lone Survivor and,
Look that up.
You look it up.
Well, you're the only computer I got. I can't quit you. Oh, Michael McDowell. Bay. Yeah. No, Michael Bay does So what did Peter Berg do?
Peter Berg did Friday Night Lights. He did...
he did a movie with Mark
Lone
Wahlberg.
Survival. He did Battleship, Patriots Day.
That's it.
And Lone Survivor. Those are both Mark Wahlberg.
Okay. That's why I was thinking of Peter Berg.
So this stars Mark Wahlberg, John Malkovich.
Big fan.
Lauren Cohen, Iko Uwais.
No, you weigh, man.
No way.
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey.
Oh,
Fuck
I am a fan
yeah.
of Ronda Rousey's acting. She was amazing in the Fast Furious
Entourage?
7. And it's here
Was she in Fast and Furious?
the 7th one.
Oh, she was? I didn't even know that.
Did you see the movie?
God, no. Remember,
Okay.
we're gonna go through them all.
But I didn't know
point.
if you know.
No. James Silva is an operative for the CIA's most highly prized and least understood unit. So they're probably the best, and they don't do things by the book.
The look on your face.
Well, it's always that.
Mm-hmm.
It's always like these guys are loose cannons. It's a lot of that kind of shit.
I got my cannon's loose.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like when you dribble after you pee?
That's
my
not a
pee
loose
dribble
cannon.
has been on point the last week.
Does that mean it's you've been dribbling a lot? Or
Dribbling
you're not
like crazy.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what the hell's going on.
I got that dribble going. You know what it is probably?
Age?
Well, no, but I think we probably both need to go have a doctor stick his finger up and touch our fucking what's it called?
Love spot?
No, what's that thing
Prostate.
down there? Prostate.
Yeah.
We might have slightly enlarged prostates.
I like it. You know what? I'm a
This
very
is not going to
impatient.
make it on the show.
Oh, why not? I'm a very impatient pee-peer too. Like I want to get out. I don't.
Well, but you sit, which probably helps your dripping problem.
Well, when I dribble, I haven't been sitting because I'm in a rush.
Exactly.
Yeah, I should.
I have sat a little bit more frequently lately to avoid the dribble.
I've dribbled so much sometimes that I'm like, did I just keep peeing? Like now I have to go wash up and change undies. What is going on?
Well, you sit there and do it, and then you kind of think, "Am I done? Do I need to give it like a? Do I need to do some Kegels here? And try to get that last little jerk out? I don't know. It's no good. And if you go too early, guess what happens?
What?
Then you're like a fucking 7-year-old boy who's got a little pee-pee in his pants.
Yes, true.
So you gotta be careful.
True.
Make sure that shit is thoroughly drained. I wouldn't call that loose cannons, though. I would call that something else. But anyway, leaky hose.
Spitting snakes.
As the enemy closes in, a top-secret tactical command team helps Silva retrieve and transport a valuable asset that holds life-threatening information. So they've got to get to mile 22 from 8 Mile. And they got to board a plane, and they only got a short amount of time. So it's a little bit like...
Oh, like that helicopter movie.
Or like Smokey and the Bandit.
Oh, got a long way
we got
to
a long way to go
go.
and a short time to get there.
Short time to get there.
Yeah. And then they're like, well, but it's only 14 miles.
Can't be done.
But it seems like a long way. Because we're being shot at constantly.
Well, they're they say they're using planes. They're only using BMX bikes, little 20-inch wheels. So it'll take a while.
That'll take a long time. God damn. They need ET is what they need. I feel like Wahlberg is just dialed in on action movies now. He's just done making anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because he makes money.
I guess so. Got a lot of kids. Got all those kids.
He's got a lot of kids. He's got a burger thing to freaking finance.
He has an entourage to support.
Yeah.
Get it?
He does. He employs quite a bit of people.
There you
He's
go.
got to pay for his mom's house.
There's a whole show about it and everything.
I know.
Last one. Ready?
Yeah.
The Spy Who Dumped Me. Susanna Fogel directing.
All right.
Stars Mila Kunis, Kate McKinnon, Justin Theroux, Sam Heughan.
Justin Theroux?
Justin Theroux.
The Prime Minister?
No,
Okay.
that's Justin Trudeau.
Okay, good. Just want to check.
Justin Theroux, isn't he the one who used to be with Aniston? I think he was with Aniston for quite a while there, right? They maybe even were married? I can't remember now.
No one really knows.
It's hard to tell. Gillian Anderson also stars.
Is Gillian Anderson, is that...
That's Scully?
Scully and Crossbones.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah,
Mhm.
that movie she was in with Josh Jackson.
She's the one who moved to Britland and then ended up picking up a Britland accent while she was there.
Did she?
Mm-hmm. People gave her a hard time because they're like, why are you talking like
Madonna did that shit. I don't think she even moved there. She's got that accent going out of nowhere.
Well, it happens. Well, look at Johnny Depp. He got an accent. No one knows where the hell that was
nobody
from.
even knows what that accent is.
Yeah.
Now he looks like crazy. You seen him lately?
With his black grill.
Well, just like his face looks rough. He's looking old.
Well, it's not like he led a clean life.
True. Anyway, so this Audrey and her best friend Morgan find themselves embroiled in
Audrey and Morgan.
Audrey and
Oh my
Morgan.
God. I bet there's a Madison somewhere in there too.
There might be. Maybe the person they're going up against. find themselves embroiled in a major international conspiracy when Audrey's ex-boyfriend unexpectedly re-enters her life with a team of assassins on his trail and reveals that he is actually a CIA agent.
So, what's the name of this movie?
What were you going to say? What's the name of this? Shithole.
Yeah.
The Spy Who Dumped Me. And it's it's a buddy film. They're obviously way in over their heads trying to navigate, spy world. And apparently it's screened really well. So they
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's cool.
So
that's good.
I haven't heard anything more than that, but apparently it's screened really well. So total comedy.
I won't be screening it.
Okay. That's all I got.
Oh, that's all that's coming out?
Well, I only picked 5 because we're trying to keep it a little bit tighter these days.
I don't like this. I wish you would have picked more.
You want more?
Yeah.
Really?
I would say at least 6 or 7.
I dialed it back because I felt like 6 was max. So,
well, I think part of it. No, we got rid of the other one because it was lame. We're not getting rid of this too. Why dial it back?
We already dialed this back last month. We dialed it back to only like 5 or 6 movies.
I don't like it.
What do you want?
This is how I get all my movie information.
You know what? It's funny is a lot of people say that to me. They're like, "Yeah, that's how I know what's coming out next month. It's because you guys do that bit."
Yeah. So don't screw the people.
Well, okay, fine, folks. I'm sorry. Next month, when we get into September movies, I will be sure to include at least 6. How about we'll go 6 to 8?
How about we go 8?
God damn it, that's a lot.
Mm-hmm. we don't go 8 if there aren't 8 decent movies.
Okay, but here's the thing: there never are. Like whenever I look, it's like here's 4 movies that are, everybody's gonna know about or care about, and so I'll throw those out there. Sometimes a couple of those I don't include because I know we're not gonna give 2 shits about it. And then I'll throw in like some just for fun. Like there'll be, some movie that stars somebody you love or some weird premise or something like that. So
I think you can do 8. Start with the weak ones.
Oh, you want me to start small and go big at the end?
Inverse, yeah.
Okay.
So that when we start, it's like, oh, next week comes out Guitar String 6. And we're like, oh, what's that about? And you're like, oh, it stars you and your neighbor. And I'm like, oh, that sounds terrible. What's it about? You're like, a tuning fork. All right, next one. And then when we get to the end, it's like...
Blockbuster.
This one stars...
Tom Cruise, right. Yeah.
Cruise, The Rock, Meryl Streep.
Right. Meryl Streep. Did you want me to cover? Are you sad that I skipped Mamma Mia? Because we talked about that last month.
I think you skipped Skyscraper too.
No, we talked about Skyscraper.
When?
Last month.
Today?
Good God.
Okay, well, we didn't talk about it today.
You don't pay attention to anything.
Maybe you did it with Kristen.
I didn't do it with Kristen. Wait, that's... Chris, I swear to God, I didn't do it with Kristen. No.
I think you did.
No.
Wait, it's actually on... It's been recorded.
It's recorded. No, I have only done the movie segment with you. I don't let others into the room when we do our movie thing.
And Scott.
And Scott previously, yes.
All right, so not just only me. So now we know you're a liar.
I'm just saying, I don't do it with guest hosts. Do you understand?
Okay.
So previously we talked about Skyscraper and Nev Campbell being in it and all that stuff, and you were there. I thought you were present.
2
Maybe
words,
you weren't.
Fake news.
Make news?
Don't believe you. Fake news.
Oh, you said make news. I like make news more.
Make news.
Make news. All right. I'm gonna get after it. Okay. I think that's enough. I think we've had about enough of this.
For the show, really?
These poor people have had to listen to me talk about my goddamn boring vacation, and now we're, bitching about movies. I think it's enough.
Wow. So I see how it is. So when you have guests, it's okay to have a nice long show, but when I'm around, nothing.
You barely show up.
Oh my God. What?
So don't start bitching about me going long with other guests.
I can't help it.
You just don't like me doing it.
My dog is dying.
You don't like me doing it with other people. Don't start bringing the end of the show down like that. You can't do that. That's a tease for the next episode of Dark Angels and Pretty Freaks.
Right.
So yes, I think we've done enough today. I think today has been plenty.
Did you enjoy yourself?
Nah. It was all right.
Yeah, all right. Fair enough.
I don't know. I just keep sitting there looking at you, wishing you were wearing a visor. So you really got to work on that for next time.
I will get a visor.
Thank you.
Send me a visor.
I'll do that. Thank you, everybody, for listening to our show. You can find us at
Except for that one person in Minneapolis. Screw you.
Still pissed about that. They're going to be all over your shit this week about that patent goof.
That's right.
That's what we need. I think we need somebody who just rails us every week. That would be great. So if anybody out there would like to do that.
Butt play?
Not butt play so much.
Oh. We need the one thing I have enjoyed. I've listened to a few episodes of the Dax Shepard show, whatever it's called, Armchair Quarterback.
Armchair Expert.
And I do like how they have the fact check. That's kind of neat. If we had someone to do a fact check.
I think that would be a disaster. I think that would be longer than the show.
If we found someone who could just get right to it and we actually like had them on, like that was like a part B.
They would be like, okay, you kept calling Papillon Patton, and that's obviously wrong. It'd just be a lot. It would all be stuff you did.
It would be awesome.
My fucking game's on point. I'm accurate as shit.
That would be hilarious.
All right. Go find our shit at reasonsareseveral.com. I had an issue with the site.
Oh my
for
God.
a bit there.
It's fucking shocking. Matt has an issue.
And I had to catch up. So we're all caught up there. All the episodes are there. All our guest appearances are linked to and all that kind of shit. So go check that out. You can find us on all your podcasting apps of choice. Tweet at us at ReasonsR and at AngelsFreak7, although Neil doesn't really tweet much. You see that?
Not lately.
Just drop that right in your face.
Nope.
You can also email us at reasonsareseveral@gmail.com. We will be back next week. Thank you so much for listening, except that Minnesota motherfucker. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.